Oh, look at this nice surprise here in the almost twilight lowering sun. A lowrider square body Chevrolet or GMC right here in my neighborhood. Whereas yesterday, so many blocks south of here, I don't know what the hell stream on. There's the scrap. Yesterday I filmed a Carmen Ghia, which was absolutely gorgeous. And this is very interesting because you don't see really many vintage pickup trucks that are lowriders here. This isn't Arizona. We're not in Texas here. You know what I'm saying? We're not in Colorado here. We're not California, etc., etc., etc. And even more bizarre, you know, she's low like that, but she's not mint. She's in driver condition. That's what's funny about it. And incidentally, I'm going to make it a point for every time I see one of these babies to mention that, again, this is not the West Coast. Okay? These things are everywhere in the West Coast. They last forever. They probably have, like, on average, 200,000, 250,000 miles on them because, again, those good old GM 305s and 350s and so forth are indestructible. 454, well, of course, there's no 454 in this year. This is a circa, let's say, 85 to... I don't know, 90 or something, and it's kind of funny. It's got all this junk next to it, and there's junk in the bed. It's kind of fitting considering this is kind of a quasi-ghetto. How do I know that? I've been living here for 8 years, almost exactly. Oh, there's a nice Durango. That's really cool, though, man. I'd like that. It's even got the correct stock rims on there. That's a Scottsdale, I think, too. That's like a deluxe model, you know. Look at that. Those were the optional wheels for that year, whatever the year this is again. It looks like he's been sitting there, his window's all dirty and everything. I dig it, I like it. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was from out west, because the body isn't all dirty, it's not rusty or anything, but I'm looking at the rocker panel and all the bottom is a little wavy, but who cares? I'm glad to see it, I'm glad to document it, and that's just your American icon right there. I mean, just every GMC and Chevy from 80s and below, even 90s actually. I mean, you know, the 90s ones, imagine they're starting to get vintage. And but they're still pretty common, but there's less and less of them now here in the Rust Belt. You know, it's really funny. I could have turned right on any bloody street around here. I wasn't originally going to go up this way. I was going to go another way several blocks down, but I was waiting by Fire Station 48 to see if I can get a response there. And there's that, and speaking of red trucks, there's one right there. That's great. See, that's why I still have hope living in this neighborhood. But it's waning. It's waning. Jeez, it seems every time I look out my window, there's a frickin' there's a Mini, and I almost said Austin, but I mean like BMW Mini. You know, modern Mini. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's certainly not an antique. Thanks for watching.